The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL, and by Best Buy. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go for the AFC Championship. And the Chiefs have it 1st and 10 at the Bengals 15.
Well, this game, this whole second half has kind of gone the Bengals' way. The ball bounced the way they wanted. But Mahomes has a way of overcoming a lot of those things. But is it the Bengals' day, or is Mahomes just too good?
Here he's looking, and now coming out of the pocket, being chased, and being shoved out by Hendrickson. And stops the clock with 1:53. Again, they have been blanked in the second half after only managing a field goal in their matchup a month ago in the second half. He picked up 4 on that run.
Mahomes has never been shut out in the second half of a playoff game, and I don't think he's going to be shut out here. I think they're going to at least have a field goal.
2nd and 6. Looking, wanted to take off. That got shut off. The door was closed. Looking for another opening. Look at all these moves back to the 24-yard line. And Hendrickson is there. Tried to knock the ball out. All of that for no gain.
Oh, he got close.
Well, look, they actually spotted it.
Yeah, no, he got, yeah.
He picked up 4 yards.
It just looked like he ran for 100. But at the end, I mean, that was huge because now you're in another situation.
Still going to be 3rd and 3. Going to be 3rd and 3. Look at that effort, though. We'll call it 2. Well, Hendrickson had to come out.
Oh, I mean, the effort he gave there, right?
Oh, he was in pain.
Evan had told us.
3rd and 2. 1:38 to go. Toss it inside, and they pitch it to Kelsey, and the spot's going to be good enough for the first.
Got to take a timeout. This is exactly the worst-case scenario for the Bengals. This is why I thought they should have been aggressive to start that drive. If they get down here, you can hold them, but now it's a 1st down. You have 1 timeout left, and if you're the Chiefs, you can do whatever you want. 3 timeouts.
Got the State Farm post-game show coming up. JP, all the crew on hand here in Kansas City. And they'll be talking about this one and all of these crucial snaps to come, plus the presentation of the Lamar Hunt Trophy to the AFC champion. It's all coming up on the State Farm post-game show. Now we're starting to look like the end of the first half when Kansas City was down close. That did not work out for them.
To me, what's happening, I mean, in these playoff games, how close these games are all, getting at the end. This is a testament to the NFL, the league, and the quarterbacks in this league and the talent level of these young players. There's so much depth at that position that it's hard to kind of separate because these guys are so good. They get their team back in it. I think you're in for an incredible run over this next 5-10 years of these quarterbacks and seeing they just switch it up back and forth.
No Hendrickson on the field. The 11th play of this drive, and it's 1st and goal. And it's a running play with McKinnon. He was stuffed. Give him 1, maybe.
So there's a scenario that comes up that says let him score, right?
Timeout called by Cincinnati.
There's also a scenario for Kansas City as Cincinnati's out of timeouts. Kansas City has a scenario that says down it at the 1, go down. Now this is that rare situation where it's right in between. It's like you got to score right when it's there.
We're going to perfectly time when we score the winning touchdown is what you would say they're thinking.
Well, my thought is there's a time where it's like, okay, it's so low it doesn't matter, score, right? But if you had 2 minutes and 20 seconds, you'd rather get it under 2. They have no timeouts. To me, I'd run the ball here. I hate to say it. I might go 1 more play and get it down to the inch-yard line and have your running back just go down. And if it gets in accidentally, okay. But it's very risky.
What about the strategy from Cincinnati's standpoint?
That they could say score. No, you're trying to stop him here. Cincinnati's 100% trying to stop him. It's just a rare case when you're like, we just want one more crack at it because this is our best player.
Second and goal. Mahomes still has it. After a great fake. Now being chased. He's in trouble, and he's tripped up back at the 8-yard line. Hubbard with the sack.
Really smart. I don't know. I don't love that one. That one's interesting here. There's so many scenarios right here. It's like they're trying to score. You got to score. But I don't love taking the sack there.
You got a 3rd and goal at the 9 now.
Well, the percentages are on any defense out there. This is a really low percentage from the 9 when they know. But he's going to motion them back in. And you're going to have a chance to take a timeout.
Timeout, Chiefs.
Oh, man. There's
39 seconds. And Cincinnati, well, on that play, DJ Reader kind of disrupted things, and it led to a 3rd sack. If I would have told you before the game that the Bengals defense would out-sack the Chiefs, you wouldn't have believed it, but it's 3-1.
It is, and it's part of the reason they're here right now. I mean, I don't know. It's almost like, let's pretend Mahomes was on the other side, Jim, and there was 1:30 to go, and you had 2nd down. You would score 100% and give it back to him with 1:30?
Boy, that's a tough call
right
at this point.
I'm saying I get it. Burrow's younger and everything, but it's like really close. I guess it goes by the game and how you are on defense, but we're at this point now. So obviously they need to score a touchdown here. The number one thing, though, is no turnovers, right? Your season ends right here, Kansas City, with a sack, fumble, an interception. So you have to be smart with the ball. And Mahomes is usually really good at that. He'll move around and make a play. I'm anxious to see what kind of design they do. Do they get spread out a lot, or do they get tight to the line of scrimmage?
3rd and goal. Kelsey, so tough in this spot, and a slot to the right. He's got protection.
Too much time. You can't do that.
All the way back to the 21. Now they chase him. Spins around, and the ball is out. It was recovered, though, by Tooney. It was Hubbard who forced it, and now you've got to make a longer field goal. A loss of 17 to tie it.
This is an unbelievable job coming flying in by Hubbard. He's not even rushing. He's a spy just in case he goes, but he comes flying in and doesn't get juked by Mahomes. Hubbard with the play.
They called the timeout at 2 seconds.
The play.
But how about how this suddenly became a much longer ask of Harrison Butker? You've taken him back to the 26.
I mean,
going to be a 44-yard attempt. Of course, he made the 49-yarder last week at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. Can he do it? 2 straight weeks?
They were going to find out. Do you see? How about the time on that? Initially, I'm like, 3-man rush. He's going to stand there for 8 days, and then Hubbard times it perfectly. Burrow's like, why? Oh, we left him all day. And how about the fumble? They almost had the ball and won and went to the Super Bowl.
Well, now, Butker, to keep their season alive, to give us back-to-back overtime games at Arrowhead.
Tougher than inside the 10, right?
A miss, and it's Cincy to L.A. From 44 yards, Butker, can he do it again? Can he tie it in regulation? And yes, he can!
Wow, both quarterbacks got one crack at it at the end. Over 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and you both go down and kick a field goal. What else is new? Let's go to the second half.
And now we're going to go.
The second half goes to the second half to the 4th half every week. I swear, we go to overtime, we get a whole nother quarter of football.
What a fearless kick by Butker. They didn't even watch it.
It got a lot tougher, too. I mean, they just gave up 20 yards, 30 yards right there. In the last 2 plays.
The Chiefs' only points of the second half come with no time left on the clock. And now you can look at the overtime rules. You know, folks, we've all been down this road.